Whee! Hi, Polly here. Haha, with watermelon booze. Jeff D is a good friend of mine. He's a great game designer, an excellent artist. And some of his independent games may have escaped your notice. He has his own company, Uni Games, and this is one of my favourite pieces of indie game design work ever. Cave Master, Uni Games. This is, and I love this little conceit, this is the game that paleontologists discovered. This is the role-playing game that our ancient ancestors played. This is what Stone Age man actually played. This has been carefully recovered from cave paintings and documents, and now presented for you. This is the actual Stone Age role-playing game. Lovely, 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 lovely. So this is, he terms it Stone Punk, and I think it's a wonderful piece of work because all of the game mechanisms are done as if you're in the Stone Age. No dice, nothing clever. You have to kind of use materials at hand. So what's been done here is a game system where you take a piece of skin, all right, a piece of paper, but a piece of skin if you've got it, and everything is just played with a few small markers. Now these can be pebbles, rocks, knuckle bones, whatever you like. And you'll need something to mark the paper, a chunk of charcoal, or, yes, you can use pen and paper. But what you do is, when you design a character, they do have different races. Now one of these is a very small hominid that's still got a tail. He's actually got one of those wonderful genera branches that show different branches of a genus. So one of these is branched off, and it's a small species that's got a tail and so on. A hobbity-gnomey sort, if you like. There is a sophisticated kind of tall pointy-eared one. There are humans. There is a short kind of chunky muscular one. Hey. Now each of these get special abilities. So what you do is, when you begin to create your character, you draw a circle and you take a bunch of stones. You take one of these stones and you put it in a separate circle for your species, and you draw a little pictograph there to tell you what that species is. Then you choose a calling for a character, a job. You could be a hunter, you could be a warrior, you could be a medicine person, you could be, one of many different things. You draw a pictograph for that, and you put a stone in there. So as you do tasks, what you do is you take stones, and the umpire will tell you there's a difficulty. You'll need 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever stones to pass this difficulty. You get given a number of stones, which you take from your generic group. If it's something that your background, your species, or your job essentially could contribute towards, you automatically get as many hits for that as you've got stones in the circle for that. But other than that, you take stones and you divide them secretly between your hands, and you conceal them, and you bring them out, and the umpire taps one and you reveal it. If the number of stones revealed plus the extras for your task and species circles, if that beats a difficulty number, you win. If not, you lose. So there's some tactics here as you sit there. Okay, well, I need 2 to pass. I've got 3 stones to use. I could put 1 and 2. I could put 3 and 1. Hang on. So you've got to sort of divide things up and figure out how you're going to work them. The umpire does the same. Sometimes he has stones that he conceals, and in order for you to succeed at finding something, seeing something, doing something, you have to beat the number of stones that he's got. So you pick his hand, he picks yours. So it's done simply. It's clever. It's involving for characters and players. I think that's a brilliant idea. There's an experience system, of course. You get more stones and so on as you go on, and this thing comes with a map of a whole adventure area. This has very different zones in it. It's got deserty zones, and it's got foresty zones, it's got arctic-y zones. It's also got lost valleys where there are still dinosaurs and so forth. There is magic in the game system. You can evoke natural spirits and so on if you have that as a background. So There are magical quests, mighty quests for fire, mighty quests to save your village, mighty quests to go out and find things. There are cool treasures. There are spirits to free. There are environmental disasters to evade, and comes with a wonderful bestiary of all kinds of creatures, which are very simply described using that game system. But this is a wonderful bit of work, and there are adventures out for it. So you can see there's maps. This is a great piece of work. It's he's done an excellent job, by the way, of researching Stone Age style weapons and so on. Look, I really glommed onto this. I am that very kind of unusual Australian that really was raised to a certain extent with Northern Aboriginals. So at a very young age, I was sort of walking the bush with delightful old ladies who were showing me where the bush tucker was, and I was being taught to, throw spears and woomeras. So, I've always had a bit of a Stone Age fixation, and, later on I studied Aztec and Mesoamerican stuff. So he's done a great job. He's got South American style weapons. He's got Mexica style weapons. He's got definite sort of Stone Age style things here. So there's a great variety of tools, of weapons. There's herbs and spells and all kinds of things. It's in a very slim volume. It's provided you with a really cool sandbox world to build on. So look, Cave Master, I think this is a wonderful piece of work. It explores territory that's been largely left alone by role-playing games, that whole kind of Stone Age setting for adventure. But I think this is a great piece of work. It really is. Go out and have a look at it. You'll find it online. Pick it up and have a riot playing it. Cheers.